Yes, there were different levels of skepticism or criticism of Western German democracy. First of all, that is, of course, intrinsically an intrinsical component of the form of democracy that we have, that you can be critical towards it. After the Second World War, there was a general skepticism of this new form of democracy, because Nazi propaganda very much had told everybody that democracy is the sign of the weak state, the weak people. That soon faded because of the so-called economic miracle in the West, very much sponsored or supported by American relief programs like the Marshall Plan. People still realized that there were certain shortcomings within the democratic form. One very important part was how to deal with the Nazi past, and the other was what is the representation of women in this society. They were addressed differently over different times, but we can say two major events erupted that crystallized that critique. And one was the 1968. Some say revolution, some say rebellion, which defined a departure from the old generation, also very stale. In German, the word is muffig, a very stale kind of society towards a more modern, more liberal, more open society when it comes to participation, to how universities and schools should work, to sexuality. And the other change which built on this one was around 1980, when there was a new crisis in the Cold War and a new peace and ecological movement came up, which led to the rise of the Green Party. To differ one movement, that of 68, against the movement of around 1980, we could say the first idea, really 1968, the idea was that the opposition needs to build something outside of the state. It was also called außerparlamentarische Opposition, an opposition outside of the parliament, whereas very soon the opposition in the late 70s, early 80s decided that they want to move in to the parliament and change the society through that way. In hindsight, I would say both movements had a massive impact on the change of society, and they also had very difficult leanings towards totalitarian trends, which luckily were marginalized over the course.